Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Prabhas and today we are going to fuse a legendary champion, Mossbeard, which recently came. And before that, we will also talk about few other legendaries which are boosted in this boosted summon events. So all four of the legendaries right here is very good. All four of them rank in top 10 in my list for legendaries. Apart from that, there are few epics as well, which are very good. So Eothar is one of the best poisoners in the game. Apart from that, I don't think he is viable in any other situation. But for the clan boss, this ability right here is very good. Attacks uh, 4 times randomly and plays 5% poison when ascended to the target. So in the clan boss, he will place 4 poison every 3 turns if you have booked him. So very good champion for clan boss at least. Then Juliana, she is also very good champion as a poisoner. She also brings this HP burn when ascended. Uh, she also removes a buff from the target. So this champion is also very good for clan boss. But the only difficulty is that she cannot be used in a speed tune team because she gets turn meter fill every time she hits an enemy, or you can make her do so. Yeah, no, you have to make her critical because her poison ability needs her to make do a crit hit. So basically, she is very good for speed tune. Sorry, speed, not for speed tune, but speed comp. Apart from that, she has a little bit lower base defense, I guess, if I remember correctly. So Sacred Order, Juliana, where is she? There she is. Yeah, 881 defense, so little bit less on defense, and she needs critical rate, so it will be hard to build her for Nightmare and above, but still she is very good champion if you are new to the game. So next one is Crossbringer. So she's a support champion. She does bring a heal reduction on her A1, which attacks 2 times. She also brings a decreased attack, but for that to apply, she needs the heal reduction to be on the boss. She also brings increased speed buff and increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns and a big version of it. She also has a defense aura for dungeons by 33%. She is overall a good support champion, but still in the mid tier for me at least. I had a copy of her and I think I used her as a food. I don't remember. Apart from that, the last epic is the Talia. So she is arena nuker, I guess, because she does place bombs onto the enemy. She also brings this weaken and counter attack buff. This doesn't say that it applies to every enemy or not. Hopefully, it will apply to every enemy. So it's a 100% chance to place a weaken at least. Hmm. Interesting. Has 75% chance of placing weaken debuff on enemies for 2 turns. And it says enemies. I suppose it applies to every enemy. Hopefully, I don't know because I don't have this champion. I have never played with her, but her kit seems very good actually. So the epics are out of the way, so we will talk about the legendaries. So Venus, one of the best champions in this game, she applies this weaken as well as decrease attack debuff onto all enemies and can book to 100% chance. She is void, so she can be viable in any kind of situation. She is not weak against any affinity. She also brings an HP burn for all enemies, and she also has poison on her A1. It has 50% chance to apply, but for a counter attack team, it should be decent enough. And she does removes all buffs from all enemies, and has 50% chance of getting extra turn when Cupidus is on team. So she pairs with Cupidus. She also has this aura, which is 33% SP in all battles. Quite nice actually. So Venus overall very good champion. The other one that is void is Sir Nicholas. He is one of the champion that I want. He was a part of a fusion, but unfortunately I wasn't playing at that moment, so I don't have this champion. But he has this shield, which is insane. It's good as the miscreated monster shields. So attacks all enemy, place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. Has the value of shield is equal to 30% of damage inflicted, same as the miscreated monster. It can be booked to 3 turns. He also brings this unkillable buff. So place an unkillable buff and 50% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Quite nice on a 4 turn cooldown. He also has this freeze debuff on his A1 when attack one enemy. 50% chance of placing freeze debuff on for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be resisted, so you don't need accuracy for him to this work. He will just apply the debuff. You just need to. So it cannot be booked as well. It's quite interesting as you can see that it cannot be booked. But what I know of it that he hits very hard because he is an HP based champion. He also brings this HP in all battles um, by 33% aura. His base stats are very good as well. So moving on to the non-void legendaries. So Martyr is one of the best champions, and she was my first champion that I pulled and was a legendary. So I am still using her in almost every aspect of this game. Her A1 brings a decreased attack debuff, very good, very nice. It is a consistent debuff for when using in a clan boss situation, and her A2 is a counter attack and increase defense debuff, increase defense buff, not debuff, increase defense buff. It can be booked to 3 turns, which is obviously it can be booked at the 3 turns. All the counter attack champions can be booked at 3 turns, but this book, but she needs just one book to be booked for counter attack. Unfortunately for me, it took me forever to book this skill. Almost all my books went to different places, and ultimately I just booked every skill on her. She also brings this decrease attack as well as provoke on A3, which can be booked to 4 turns, which is quite nice to have actually. And her aura is defense in all battle by 33%, which is one of the highest defense auras in the game. She is very viable to be used in clan boss as a leader as well. But you have to remember that you have to place a block debuff or someone who can cleanse before she goes, or it will be trouble for your clan boss team. Her speed is a bit low, but her defense is very high and her HP is okay. The other champion is this guy, Rosgard the Tower. I would love to have him in my account so I can make an unkillable team for my clan boss. Right now, I am not been able to do um, reach 50 turns in the clan boss, but if I could get him, I would be able to do so. So this skill right here place a block damage buff, not debuff, on all allies for 2 turns, can be booked to the 4 turn cooldown. He also places this block skill, block cooldown skills, and block buff, debuff onto the enemy, and he is attack based. He has chance to remove one random buff on his A1. He also brings an aura of 33% HP in all battles. Very good champion. I would love to have him in my account. Unfortunately, I don't have enough shards to pull these legendaries, so I am just gonna skip it. My free to play account has some shards, but I am still saving it for next fusion because this time around I did not go for the fusion on my free to play account. So that's out of the way. Now we can fuse our mouse beard. As you can see right here, I have 2 copies of Umbral and 2 copies of Senescel, which was my goal from the beginning of this fusion. So at least now I will have a copy of Umbral and Senescel because I did wanted to play with them. Now let's begin the fusion and we can just fuse them right away. I was hoping that we would get another, what was that, champion chase tournament, but it doesn't seem so because only 2 days left from my last fusion. I was able to get one of the legendary books, but it was okay. So let's fuse this guy. What happened? Didn't I fuse it? What's happening? I have the champion, right? Don't tell me I didn't get the champion. Didn't I get the moss beard? That's lame. No, I did get him, I guess. Yeah, there he is. So he's Ogren tribe. Okay, that was a bit confusing actually. I thought what happened, there was no animation, nothing. So, oof, I was a bit scared there. So now I will start leveling this guy. I have already leveled up my cold heart to 60. I am working her on her masteries right now. Apart from that, Razin, which I did fuse, is also 50. I would love to make Mossbeard 60 as soon as possible, but for now I am working on my Razin. Then after that I will work on Royal Guard, and after that I will be working on Mossbeard. So unfortunately I won't be making any guides on Mossbeard just now, but I will be making guide on my Martyr, which was one of my first champions as legendary. One of not one. She was the first champion, which was a legendary that I got in this account. So I will be making a guide on her to showcase how good she is in every aspect of the game. After this video is complete, so stay tuned for that. If you like, if you like my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye, guys.